Hey, what's going on, guys? So here is a life hack worth knowing. When you have a spray can of something, you want to check for the dots. So on this can of WD-40, if you look on top here, we can see this blue dot. That is where you want to point your nozzle, and the reason for that is on a spray can, we have a straw inside, and the straw is usually not just straight. Usually it's on somewhat of a curvature. And that curvature is to get into the very bottom corner, because these spray cans usually, well, I shouldn't say always, but more times than not, they have a domed bottom. So if you have liquid in here and you have a dome and the straw was straight to the middle, you'd always have a little product left that the straw would never be able to actually suck up. So the idea is that when these manufacturers make these cans, they put that dot at the perfect location to put your nozzle for not only a smoother stream, but also to get every little bit of that product out. So if you have a spray can, and let's say you were spraying it like this, once this is empty and no longer sprays, if you rotate it to that dot, there should always be a little reserve left, all right? So you get the most out of your product. So very cool. So on this can of WD-40, it happens to be blue, it's right there. All right, here's another WD-40. This is some Specialist silicone lubricant. And on here you can see it's faded, but it's still there, so we're going to point that nozzle there. Alright, what is this? We have a can of Blaster Penetrating Catalyst. Alright, in this case it's red, clearly marked. Make sure our nozzle is pointed right there. We got some Rust-Oleum. Alright, this is kind of a black color. It's the same deal. We're going to rotate our nozzle over there. Again, this is just to ensure that you have a nice smooth stream when you're spraying it, as well as you get all that product in there. All right, so this is some SD20 from Spartan. In this case, it's red. That's already pointed there. We have Rust-Oleum, another one. This one's right there. It's black, so we can rotate it. However, it's not on every single can from every manufacturer. Just looking through, this can of Krylon paint does not have it, at least from what I can see. All right, so like I said, it's not going to be true 100% of the time, but a lot of the time, like most of the time. All right, so there you go, little life hack. It's strange, these life hack videos, like when you go on the internet, there's obviously a bunch of different social media platforms. You know, there's people who are dedicated to just making life hack videos. You know, I personally follow at least 3 that I know of on Instagram. We have Instagram, and we have TikTok and YouTube and stuff, and what happens is everything just gets recycled and regurgitated. So like, you know, the 2 people I follow, I'll randomly be, you know, scrolling through videos on my phone. I'll see a random life hack video, and if it's new, like no one saw in the last week or 2, all of a sudden these other 2 guys will make their own version of the same exact video. I didn't come up with this, I didn't discover this. This is just something that got regurgitated and recycled, and I saw it, but I thought it was cool enough to pass it on to you. It's kind of like when I did that, you know, water bottle case hack, where you know, slice it down the middle and lift up in the middle, and then you have an easier way of taking those out of that plastic. By the way, let me know if you still do that. I will always do that. There's, like I said, there's a small percentage, just a little bit, of life hacks that literally changed my life. It's something that I regularly do and will always do to make something a little bit easier. So yeah, let me know of a life hack that you guys actually saw and use in your daily life. You know, maybe not daily, but you know, that every time you go to do that thing, you do it that way. So I'm just, I'm curious what life hacks actually stuck for you guys. But like I said, once in a blue moon, I will certainly, you know, share a life hack, but there's a million of them. Just go on any social media platform that has videos and just scroll through just mindlessly. You'll see dozens and dozens and dozens. Some of them are 100% BS. They just do not work, or someone is trolling you. I've seen that many times too, where I go to try something, I'm like, that doesn't work, you know? But a lot of these do. The most recent one I also saw was with a jar. It was a pickle jar. So if you have a jar that's like hard to open, I don't have a jar here. Let's just assume the jar's, you know, let's assume it's right here, okay? You're supposed to interlock your fingers and use the base of your palms to squeeze on the lid, and you're basically using upward pressure. By locking your fingers like this, you have a lot more strength, and by doing that, you're cracking the air seal, and you'll literally hear it pop. then once it pops, you can very easily open that jar. You know, so like I said, I mean, there's a million life hacks. Some of them work, some of them don't. But this is one I wanted to share with you guys because a lot of you know, painting things and doing stuff, and if you don't know, you don't know, right? But now you do. If you have that little dot on the rim, make sure you point your nozzle towards it so you can get every bit of that product that you paid for. All right. Anyway, that is all. Also, I'm sure a lot of you know this already, but when, especially like spray paint, when you're done with spray paint, all right, you're using it. When you're all done, turn it upside down and give it a couple squirts. What that's going to do is it's going to get the rest of the paint out. If you have a colored, you know, spray paint, you could see it. You could see, you know, a couple squirts, and the color will just disappear. It'll just turn to clear. What you're doing is you're getting rid of the color, so when it, you know, you store it, it doesn't dry up and block your or clog your nozzle. Right, just the propellant in there is pushing out. So that's another little life hack. I mean, there's a million of them, and like I said, some of them stick, some I remember, some I don't. But anyway, that is all. Thanks for watching, guys. Hope you have an awesome day. See you tomorrow with a brand new video. Take care.